Scarlett from Hoop Plus Fit here. Today I want to go through with you a beginner's sequence of tricks for the hand. We're going to do some basic hand hooping, so learn how to really first get it started. Then go into a 2-beat weave, and then from there we'll jump through the hoop, do some really nice simple dancey moves, and then try it all on the other hand. I'm going to go through a little routine at the end with you so we can do it together to music and really see how it flows. So there are a number of hoops that could be suitable for this tutorial. So my recommendation would be this one here. This is 95 centimeters in diameter, and it's using 16 millimeter tubing. And this one is nice because it's nice and light in the hand, makes it nice and easy for the hand and the wrist, and also for your jump throughs. It's a good size, so you don't have to jump too high. This other one, which is smaller, this is 17 mil thickness, diameter, and again 16 mil in the tubing. And this one is again nice and light, super easy on the hand and the wrist. Maybe slightly more difficult when you're trying to jump through. I'm just going to have to accommodate for that if you've got something smaller. But you can get something like this from your like £1 store, you know, like a child's hoop. That's also fine for this. And then we have this one. So if you are beginning of learning and maybe you're doing something with your waist and you have a hoop like this, which is 95 millimeters in diameter or 20 mil thickness in tubing, then yeah, this one is perfectly fine to do with this. Great for the jump throughs, really nice and big. Maybe it's possible on the hand, a little bit more difficult, but you're not going to hurt yourself, so it's all good. So yeah, basically you want to get something, preferably something nice and light, and something relatively big to help you jump through. So enough talking, let's get our hoops and let's get started. So here we are with our hoop. I am going to start with my right hand because I'm right-handed. Don't worry, we're going to do both hands, but if you're left-handed, then maybe you want to start with that one too. Okay, so my hand is facing the wall, not the floor, and my arm is strong. My muscles here, I can feel them. My thumb is on this side of the hula hoop, so my thumb is on the side of the hula hoop that's closer to me. To get it started, there are a couple of ways, but the way I find really easy is just to push with your other hand. So my right hand is in the hoop, my left hand pushes, my arm stays really strong. So when you've got that strong arm, you can keep the strength to keep the hoop rotating in this movement. You can also start it another way. So if you're holding the hoop on top, you lean it to the side slightly, let go and open your hand, and it will get the hoop started. So with hula hoop, quite often we're thinking about planes. So the hula hoop is in the same plane as my body. So if I turn here, you can see that, yeah, I'm in this plane here, and the hula hoop is also in the same plane. So once you get this nice and comfortable in your good hand, and you're in the same plane as your hula hoop, I want you to keep your hand in exactly the same place and then turn 90 degrees to the side. So my feet are the only thing that's going to be moving. My hand stays exactly where it is. So I turn 90 degrees to the side. So now I'm in a different plane from my hula hoop. We're on like a right angle from each other. So yeah, I can show you from here. So again, the hula hoop is now in the same plane as me. And then I'm going to turn 90 degrees to the side. And then I can turn back again. So the first trick is to first practice that, get that nice and comfortable. And then we're going to try with the left hand. I always say, while it's going here, let's try and just stick the left hand in and take the right hand out. If that doesn't work, don't worry. What we do is we stop the hoop and we get the left hand going. So again, we can have the hand is facing the wall, not the floor, and it is strong. And I push with my right hand, now it's in the left. Get that nice and comfortable. Hoop is in the same plane as me. And then we're going to try an experiment with turning 90 degrees. So 90 degrees in the same direction as the hoop is spinning. And then we turn 90 degrees back. Now try and put your second hand in, first hand out, and then turn 90 degrees again. You might want to pause this video and continue practicing this bit, but from now on, we're going to move to the next trick. So, yeah, the next trick is this front weave we have here. So again, I'm starting in my right hand. My hand is on the inside of the hula hoop, and my wrist is facing up. And then from here, you want to bring your hand like kind of down, back, and around, and then you bring it over. So you cross your body. Now my arm is across my whole body. Then you bring it back, over, and around, and it's a figure of 8 across your body. At the beginning with this move, you might need to use your whole arm to get this all going. However, the more you work with it, the more you want to get it into your wrist. So you can see from here, it's going to use my whole arm. There's a lot of movement going on here, but then you can get it into the wrist. Looks like a lot nice and neater. So when we have it going in our right hand, or our good hand, so if you're left-handed, you're on the other side, so you can have it spinning forwards. This is important. The hoop needs to be spinning forwards at this point, and then we are going to let the hoop go down, back, and around, and over. And when you're doing this move, this 2-beat weave, it's super important not to hold the hula hoop tight. So when I have it in like 3 fingers. I have it really loose. You can see, if you can see here, super loose as it's moving in my 3 fingers. Not holding on super tight, because then that gets really quite difficult in the wrist, and it's also makes the move more difficult. So really nice and loose. So I'll show you now in my left hand. So we have the hoop again. It needs to be going forward at this point. If my hula hoop is going backwards and I try and go into this weave, it's not really going to happen. So the hoop needs to be spinning forwards, and then we're going to go into the weave in 4, 3, 2, 1, and we can go into our 2-beat weave from here. Awesome. So, okay, what happens after the 2-beat weave? Where can I go from here? So, okay, again, we're going to start this new move, which is going to be our jump through. We're going to do this with our wrist facing up again. So we started the 2-beat weave with our wrist facing up, and as we're going to move from the 2-beat weave into this next move, again, the wrist faces up. So, before we brought the hoop across the body, this time, we want to bring the hoop right in front of you. So you have the wrist facing up, you bring it back, down, and around, and then bring it in front. So now you have it in this frontal plane here. And from here, you can just do a little jump and lift your hoop up. When you pull your hoop over and jump through, again, it's super important not to hold the hoop tight. I have my hand kind of like this, and this kind of really loose. You can see it's really loose in my hand. Bring it back down and around, jump through, and then if you lift your arm up, keep your fingers loose. If you have enough momentum in the hula hoop, it will spin over your head. So we try like this. You see. When it starts to come around, I like to hold on to it a bit tighter so it can slow down the hula hoop. So my grip is loose, and then now it gets tight. And now I have more control. I can keep the hoop flat. Looks kind of nice. So we can see our little routine so far. Let's maybe go this way. So we have it in our good hand going forwards. And then we take it into the 2-beat weave in 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we bring it over. And then it's when the hula hoop, if the hoop is in your right hand, it's when the hula hoop is on your right that you need to think about this. So we take it to the next move in 4, 3, 2, 1, and then over. Nice. So let's try that with the left hand now. So let's get it spinning in the side plane. Going forwards. We take it into the 2-beat weave in 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, back into our 2-beat weave. And again, when the hula hoop is on my side here. In 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bring it over and then around. Nice. So what can we do from here? We've just brought the hoop around and it's in front of us. Now this one I love. It's a really simple move and I do it quite often if I'm performing and I'm getting a bit tired, or there's a really strong like beat in there and you want to emphasize that. So my bottom hand is holding on, my top hand is, well, it's kind of holding on at the moment, but we're going to push with our top hand. So we push that down, and then now my bottom hand is on the top, and my top hand is on the bottom. And so we just push, and then let the hula hoop fall. So we try and, you can try and time it. So we'll do it in a count, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so that's always really nice. Like I say, you time that pow with the kind of hit of the beat, and it always looks quite powerful. So let's try that together again. We will start with our hoop going forwards. Then we're going to take it into the 2 front weave in 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we're into this weave. And we take it in 4, 3, 2, 1. Jump through. And then now we have it here and we want to pow. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so from here, it's another move of mine, favorite move of mine. So we have our hands on top. I'm going to stick my hands on the inside. And we want to take it to this halfway point, and my hands are now halfway along the hula hoop. So if your hands are down here like this, you just make sure that you can adjust it. So we're in this really like nice halfway point, and then we bring it flat. So it's now flat in front of us, and try and keep the hula hoop as flat as possible. Basically, it makes it more effective. Yeah, so from here, the theory with this one is that the hula hoop is a little coin, and it's in its surface, and there's like a surface, an invisible surface underneath. So you have to imagine as a coin kind of spins around, it dips down first at the front, and then it rolls around to the right, then it dips down at the back, and you know that your back is down when your front is up. And then it dips down at the left, and you can see it with your hand, and then it dips down at the front again. So you can make this slow rotation around. And yeah, with this move, I think it's always nice. There's a couple of different approaches that you can have to it. So, for example, you can, you can keep your body completely still, and you let the hula hoop move around you, so it's kind of like it's quite like spacey move. Or if you want to kind of get a bit more dancey, you can imagine that the hula hoop controls you, so you take it like somewhere around your chest, and when the hoop comes up, it pulls your body up, and then when it goes around, it pulls your body all the way around, so it's like the hula hoop is controlling you. So either way that you're doing, we've done it one way, so let's try and do it the other way. So if we dip down in the right first, let's dip down in the left. So you push it down in the front, dip down on the left, and then move it around. So you want to practice this. With this one, it's really important that you keep your body in the center of the hula hoop. When I teach this one, quite often my students are holding the hoop really far in front of them like this, and it doesn't really work so well. So you want to keep your elbows in, keep your body, like your elbows and your arms tucked in. This is going to look slightly different depending on how big your hula hoop and how long your arms are. So, I mean, for me it looks like this, but if there was someone who was really tall and they were using the same hula hoop, it would look, maybe more tight. Or if someone was using a bigger one, it would look bigger. You know what I mean? Anyway, so yeah, you want to kind of like rotate around. And then when you come to the front, try and reverse the direction. Okay, and then we'll meet back in the front again. And here's a final move that I really want to show you is I'll show you first. So what we want to do is we want to keep the hoop in its stationary position. And so this bit can be a bit of a crazy thing for the head to kind of like get your head around. So you want the hoop to stay in the same position. What is useful is, like here I've got these kind of floorboards. So if you have something on the floor that you can say, okay, this is the line of my hula hoop. And at first you can move your feet slightly. You want to try and keep your body in the hula hoop, or the hula hoop in the same position as much as possible. And it is also a trick. You can look at the hoop as you're doing this. So don't look around, but just focus on a point of your hula hoop. Okay, make sure I'm on the halfway point. Focus on the point, and then use that to guide you as you turn around. And then, as always, let's just try it in the opposite direction. Excellent. So we have our moves that we can run into in between each other. So we'll just run through them again. In the hand, going forwards. Okay, then we go into the 2-beat weave. Then we can jump through. We can do these popping moves. And then we can rotate around, maybe reverse our direction. And then when we come to the front, we can turn around. And then from here, we can go back into this on the other hand, go into our weave, and then jump through. So that is the complete sequence that I wanted to teach you, and now we will do it together to some music.